All right. So I did actually want to do one more update video because I had done, and I'm so sorry. I'm just too old and too lame to edit. I promise I'll learn, but I guess at some point I'm gonna have to do it. But I did a video on. Let me see. I'm actually pulling it up now. I did a video on this professional fighter called Sam Alvey, and he was fighting. Let me see. Should I just show the video? Yeah, I'm just gonna show the video. And he was going to fight somebody on TikTok. Let me see. Here you go. Again, please try not to laugh at me. I got no motion, bro. But it was this professional TikToker, and he was gonna fight. I said professional TikToker. I'm an idiot. It was a professional fighter, and he accepted one of these TikTok tough guys challenges. And so he actually did fight him. And I went to his YouTube channel as he said, and I watched the fight live. It was hilarious. And it was very. Go to his page, please, on TikTok. He posts the fight. I don't want to do it just because I don't want to be rude. That's his content. I'm just gonna, please go to his page. That's him right here, Smiling Sam. He posted the fight, and from somebody that watched it live, you can tell that he was being so nice. Like, he really, really was. First of all, the professional fighter, Sam Alvey, was just very like, wow, this dude showed up, everybody give him a hand, and I think everybody was like, you know what? He showed up, man. At least he did. He said he would. He did. Good for him, They go on, they fight. Sam Alvey, just wearing very, very padded gloves, shin guard, shoes. I think he has a fight coming up as well, or had one. So it was like, I'm not trying to fucking wreck this guy and just accidentally break something, killing him. And, just a respect thing and just showing like, hey, there's levels to this shit. So you can tell this was not going any way except for one. It was very obvious. And this John fella, you could tell he can't fight. As it was very, very obvious, but you show it. He showed up, and you can tell he doesn't really know how to swing, and he's definitely never dealt with conditioning, which is very, very important. So it was just a bit of a mess for him, and I think everybody was like, "Listen, he showed up. He got like knocked out." I think Sam Alvey hit him with one, and he fell. And you can tell he had gotten just too many shots straight to the face and lack of conditioning and some like body shots and leg shots that he was just like, I'm just tired. And he just fell. He got back up. He wasn't even knocked out. I think everybody knew that too. And it was just like, you know what? Whatever. He clearly ran out of steam, and it was embarrassing, but he showed up. Not only did he not accept that loss and act like he didn't actually lose somehow, he was apparently very rude to the staff that hosted the fight and is still saying that he could somehow beat one Sam Alvey, but is challenging other people. And again, Sam Alvey goes over it, and he goes through and he's like, dude, you have a great and unique opportunity here to get some fans and just be like, hey, thank you so much for watching. I'll do better next time. Here's what I learned from this experience. Shout out Sam Alvey for actually putting me on, yada, yada. Chose the exact opposite, chose to be an absolute bum. And what you're seeing on screen here. I don't know if it's true. Again, Sam Alvey talks about it here. He's like, when you're a fighter, and you get out of the ring, you just have an adrenaline, like you're drained. You are you're almost going into shock kind of thing, like you're just out, like after the fight. And obviously somebody that's never experienced that before is going to have much more trouble. And he did. And I guess there's a shower there. So he's like, I used the shower. I showered. It was, I was good. And then I don't know how or who, they took a picture of him and he's just laid out. He is done skis, right? And again, it wasn't like they weren't trying to make fun of him for being that. But then John still has the audacity to be like, that wasn't me. That wasn't my legs. I still challenge him to a fight. He's scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just making it insanely difficult to root for him. Even if you wanted to be like, damn, at least he got out there. He talked his talk, then he walked his walk. No, he's just not making it easy. And again, Sam Alvey, I think, just goes over like, dude, I was going not that hard. And again, it was just embarrassing. I don't want to show it too much here, but Sam Alvey, please go to his page, look at the knockout. It was quite hilarious. Like, it was a guy that just got home from a 16-hour shift and just falls onto the bed. Like, that's what it looked like. He took a hit there and just bunk and just laid out. And it was like breathing and fine, and it was just like, dude, this guy fucking sucks. So I just wanted to provide that update. Sam Alvey, very, very funny guy, was, gracious enough to be like, oh, let's fight. I'll put it on. We'll make it a thing, yada, yada. And John, our fighter John, just makes it so unlikable to root for him, and sad to see. But like I said, I wanted to provide that update, and it was just very obvious. There's levels to this shit. I see more and more content where street fighters and people that haven't been professionally training in any way, but they're like, I'm number one on my block, go up to these gyms and just get absolutely decimated. I love to see it. I love to see it. So I'm happy to see that. There's that update. Please go watch his shit. And if you see anything interesting, let me know.